All right, hello and welcome. This is 5-Star General, and this is VindicareX versus Edtjuh with my friend here, Harlequin.
Good morning to you, sir. Oh, man, I'm really looking forward to this. So we already saw a little bit of sneakiness going on with these guys, and we were talking about that a bit at the beginning in terms of Edtjuh is just so versatile with his hero picks that he was just kind of being really tactical about who he picks and when. So remind me, by the way, so you were handling all of that while I was jibber-jabbing to the crowd. Remind me how that pick went and, you know, who was picking the map for this and all that stuff.
So basically the way that the pick went is that the last veto ended up going to VindicareX. And actually in this situation, VindicareX probably would have preferred to have the first veto and last hero choice, right? But he kind of got that anyway because he swapped his race to Chaos, and then in response, Edtjuh swapped over to Warp Spider Exarch, and then VindicareX did the sneaky thing. He swapped his hero to Chaos Sorcerer. Now his hero was Chaos Lord. Now technically it doesn't matter because Edtjuh couldn't know either way, right?
Yep.
But Edtjuh had no idea, so we did see that basically VindicareX, he had some versatility to go with. He went ahead and used it. And now here we already see the VindicareX pushing very strongly on the map. He's got his Heretics, his CSM, and his Chaos Sorcerer all grouped very tightly together here with another Heretic squad coming in. Edtjuh's looking to take a little bit of map control both in the bottom and the middle top area. Whereas a very nice concentrated force here for VindicareX.
Yeah, and now that we're like moving up into the round of 8, that's a good observation to make about just the hero selection and stuff, because earlier on, and everybody was just like, oh, I'm just playing as my race, but you know, here it is, a real tactical choice what you go with. So we have a nice little push coming into the center right now as Edtjuh is moving on in with his Howling Banshees. Oh, a bit of a misfire right there with that Doom Bolt, not quite hitting that, but it doesn't matter. Those Howling Banshees are unfortunately taking a little bit of damage. We can see the Guardians are already upgraded to have their battle equipment, and the other Guardian squad is up.
Oh, grenade spike, grenade spike, grenade spike!
Oh! Perfect shot there. Took out, looks like 3 models of that. Beautiful use right there before retreating away. Oh man, that was good.
Oh man, you know, I mean, it was a nice dodge too, because you saw he was kind of running at it and all of a sudden he sees the grenade come in. He didn't dodge immediately, but about a half second later he starts dodging. He actually, the entire squad could have gone up with that, which is why I was just like, oh my gosh! And then he managed to save 4 out of 8 members, but that's still significant bleed. That's about, if I'm doing my math correctly here, 16 times 4 is 64. So that is quite a bit of requisition to go ahead and have to replace there.
Got a bit of shredding going on here in the south, too. The Warp Spider Exarch just soundly dealt with all of those Heretics, killing quite a few models. Looks like 3 models out of that, and doing quite a bit of damage down there. So up top here, we've got the Chaos Space Marines now fighting off against double Guardian squads and the Howling Banshees.
Very interesting micro here with the Chaos Space Marines. You see, grenade!
Yeah, takes out, jibs that model in the rear there, and now the Chaos Sorcerer is sent running home as well.
That was such an excellent grenade toss again from Edtjuh, because you had, if you were watching that CSM squad the whole time, it was moving and fire. It was basically not engaged in melee. It was not just standing and shooting. He was not allowing it to be in a position where it was just, you know, standing still, waiting to get grenade spiked, because it was so close there, and there was another Guardian squad coming in. But eventually he had to move, he had to retreat. The second that he retreated and gave up control of the squad to the AI, Edtjuh just went boom, grenade spiked, and took out a model, which again, that is about 66 requisition, so significant requisition bleed there.
Grab those Chaos Space Marines. That is expensive. So, man, again, taking perfect advantage of that, splitting up all of his troops, grabbing all the remaining victory points. Edtjuh has got solid control of the map. 3 capping right now. My colors are reversed, by the way, for on-demand viewers, but it's 500 right now for Edtjuh, who is displaying as blue, but he is the red player, and 322 right now to VindicareX. A little bit of gen bashing going on right now for Edtjuh, and more towards the center, we can see the bulk of VindicareX's forces have returned to kind of reclaim their territory.
Yeah, they're actually just going to go ahead and let this be bashed, and in the meantime, they're going to go ahead and capture what they can. We're going to see now the Sorcerer is going to go ahead and face off with this Warp Spider Exarch in a teleporting battle of teleporting heroes. The Warp Spider Exarch, though, is going to be a royal pain in the butt.
There he goes right there. There's that pain, the Death Spinner pain in the ass.
Yeah, the heavy gauge researching right now, so actually we're not going to see...
no targeters. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could see that later on,
yeah.
but
but not
you know,
yet.
we're not seeing it immediately, right? But so these heavy gauge Death Sprinters will actually allow the War Spider XR to neutralize the Chaos Sorcerer and or some amount of Chaos Space Marines as well. It does impact his ability though to jump around because it does eat up energy.
You can see already some nice looking Doom Blast
Those grenades
coming out
just
those guys.
rain down there on the Chaos Heretics. VindicareX is going to be very... Oh, double grenade
Double
spike
grenades!
on the Chaos Sorcerer! That'll force him to retreat.
Oh man, he's out of there, and boy, look at these Chaos
These
Heretics.
Heretics are very low. Here come
Banshees.
Banshees. They got to get out of here. They're working on getting out. There's 2 models left. All right, they will get out unless the nope. They're not.
Oh yes.
Up. Yeah, very nice. Again, prescient sort of usage of the grenade barrage there into the retreat path, so that any sort of attempt by the Banshees to follow them would have met with an untimely knockback for the Banshees.
We got a nice little counter push right now, putting a little bit of pressure on Edtjuh's own generator farm here. Meanwhile, Edtjuh splitting his forces back up, reclaiming those northern victory points.
Yeah, we do see kind of a nice bit here. There, Edtjuh actually took the farm of VindicareX here and has noted it for himself. So, you know, he's not really looking at the moment to actually get power from that farm as much as he is to deny it to VindicareX.
Yeah, so far all the play we've been seeing out of Edtjuh has just been with the double Guardians and the single Howling Banshees, but now he does have a Shuriken Cannon out on the field. Certainly will help with the tons and tons and tons of Heretics that we're seeing out there. Triple Heretics right now, and I believe at least one of them has a grenade launcher. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Fleet of foot Guardians right now just kind of pursuing these guys. Perhaps we're going to see another little bit of a nade there as soon as they stand still.
Right here. That barrage will actually...
Oh, there it is.
The other is riding out the R's of the squad. Now they go for retreat.
Grenade spike!
Grenade!
Oh!
Squad gets taken out by the grenade.
Oh my God, Edtjuh is just on the ball this morning. Holy God.
He is all over VindicareX there. The second he gets VindicareX in this position where he's got to retreat. Another grenade! 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 Oh my gosh, another squad might begin! All he had to do is have a little bit on the squad. And then he goes down. That's 2 heretics in under a minute.
Oh my God, Edtjuh, the grenade spiking master,
on the sorcerer,
knocking him back.
With the moving in, he could lose his sorcerer. The sorcerer is gonna get the retreat off though. It looks like he might be all right.
Oh, thank God for him that Edtjuh is out of grenade throwing units for the time being, because he's just getting out of there at a tiny sliver of health right there. My God, all we are seeing this morning out of Edtjuh is just brilliant grenade spiking and retreat pathing. And all of your analysis about, you could see he's just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for that retreat flag to appear over the head, and that bam, he's right on exactly where to throw that. He's so all over this.
He got the timing, the positioning, everything for retreat spiking down perfectly. So he's got a great deal of skill to use there. He's been putting it to excellent use. I mean, see that especially with having lost that grenade launcher squad at the moment, there is very little effective way that VindicareX here can bash this node on his power farm without getting Noise Marines. And he hasn't gotten Noise Marines. Hasn't done anything to go near Noise Marines yet. So I don't think we're going to see them. And again, we're already seeing that Edtjuh is already near almost in tier 2. VindicareX is still at about 95 power, not very near tier 2 at all.
Yep, huge advantage right now to Edtjuh. Again, a little bit of skirmishing going on, but here comes...
Here comes Dark Flames on the Guardians!
Dark Flames getting him...
And some knockback on the CSMs. Oh, man, they get a model of the CSMs. They get the Sorcerer, no Heretics. A very nice dodge with the Heretics. But in the meantime, the Guardians very low from Dark Flames. Only down to about 4 to 5 models each, though, so no, not really any model kills, but does force them off the field. That is some really big breathing room here that VindicareX really needed. Ooh, Sword of Flame, the Flame Cloak on the Heretics there, and Doom Blast will force the Banshees away. Again, no losses, but will force the Banshees from the field and give VindicareX, again, some much-needed time to go ahead and take some map control back. Now, Edtjuh here is in tier 2 with enough resources to go tier 3 whenever he wants. VindicareX is just starting tier 2.
Yeah, nice little denial of that tiny civilian structure up there by the Chaos Sorcerer, just kind of keeping that Shuriken Cannon from getting out of there. A little bit of worship going on right now, but oh, there we have it. The blinking Chaos Sorcerer putting pressure on that Shuriken weapons team. A lot of skirmishing going up here. Oh, we have the Autarch calling on top of everybody. Oh, and there they go.
Heretic left. He survived, but the Autarch's gonna go for it. The Autarch's gonna go for it. She's gonna try and take him out. The pistol.
Yes,
dead. Down.
And the Autarch picks off yet another Chaos Heretic squad. Today is not a good day to be a worshiper of the Chaos Gods. They are just getting a sound beating at the hands of Eldar explosives.
Yeah, VindicareX is actually a nice thing for VindicareX here is he will get to tier 2 with a lot of requisition. Not a lot of power, though, as we are seeing these Guardians are bashing the power node. Looks like Edtjuh may actually just steal this entire power farm. He's got the map control to do it. Is that what he's going to do? It would not surprise me if he does it.
Yeah, he's just... No, oh, stop attacking. Just pick it up. Oh, well, I guess he's just going to...
Yeah, that's fine. It's good to play safe because he doesn't need that power.
Yeah, he doesn't need it at all. That would be greedy. We got the Chaos Sorcerer now blinking back in, trying his best to keep some pressure on this Warp Spider, but it's not going to happen. Oh, and once again, boom! There it is, the grab grenade.
Oh, the anti-grav grenade. Here come the Banshees to go ahead and make the best usage of that they can, but we've got some support forces here for VindicareX, but I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of DPS here.
Oh, and the Chaos Sorcerer goes down to the anti-grav grenade. He doesn't care. He's just grenade, any kind of grenade, whatever. I'll perfectly do it. Oh, man, affects retreating units. Yes, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's those ones where I almost still, you know, I don't feel that's as bad as some other things because just having to get that grenade there a lot of times is pretty tough to do. A little easier maybe for the Warp Spider XR, but I don't know. It's a very well-targeted anti-grav grenade, and especially what you have to not get, which is like improved targeters and other things to go ahead and get those anti-grav grenades.
Yeah.
You actually see a lot of people use them anymore.
This is a great tutorial video for anybody looking for examples of how to do grenade spiking all throughout this game. So, oh man, great game one. Again, this is the round of 8. We're going to be moving on to game 2, best of 3.